Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here. Kukçu gets the nod here. Anything we should note about him, Jim?
Well, he's the kind of guy that will sprint 50 yards to win the ball back, so that tells you about his desire, his attitude and his application. Even more impressively, he's capable of doing that for the full 90 minutes and beyond.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that was nowhere near his best. Tries to pass it through. And he's there to retrieve it. It's a pretty loose pass. Odo. Beckham. Beckenbauer. Well, that has not gone well. Over to the left. Oh, they could be caught out here. And he's away. And the shot! Goal! BOTAFOGO! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Carvajal, that pass isn't the best. Scholes. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point, and the score is 1-0. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Well read, nice interception. Scholes. Not the most accurate pass. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Ball is over the line. And that could set him on his way. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
It's a good-looking delivery. It's Forlan. Scholes. That is good alertness. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, it's Van Basten. And he's worked it through. And he's managed to get free. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. And this is Neymar. Rijkaard makes the interception. And it's Van Basten. Oh, that's superb. Can he get it through? Beckenbauer gets over and intercepts. Odo. Now, can they get him away? Forlan picks it up out wide. Kukçu. Now it's Pelé. That's been cut out, well played.
Well, yet another interception, and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Defending was strong and firm. Now it's Puskas. He is through here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And this is Pelé. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Neymar. And he plays one through. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. That is ended up in no man's land. Aimed beyond the defence. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Grenoble clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Kukcu. Oh, played right into his path. Scholes. And the referee brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
BOTAFOGO can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Scholes. Van Basten. Now it's Pelé. Now this could be a chance. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Neymar. He's through here. And the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Van Basten is offering a wry smile there.
Substituição em andamento.
And we have our very first corner. Beckenbauer gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Beckham. Now it's Mbappe. Built as the single goal between the sides. Cruyff quietly revving up. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Looking to play him in. Great ball and he's in. It's Forlan! That was superb goalkeeping.
Forlan actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, what a climb! It's bounced back off the post. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
And it's Van Basten. Foot in. Kukcu. Beckham demonstrating his defensive quality there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Oh, that was venomous.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
Both sides then
Camisa
taking this
7,
chance to turn to their benches.
Camisa 9, camisa 14, camisa 15.
Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Out towards the flank. Costa Curta. Botafogo still have the cards to affect this game. Scholes. Can he get on the end of this? Right card, spots it and intercepts. Koeman. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Great chance! Loose ball. Oh, Waters in for the pieces! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Bellingham in the hunt and looking threatening. That's an imaginative pass. And he plays one through.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Messi. Scholes. Gets a good foot in there. Raul. And it's Pirlo.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Pirlo. One 0 as we head towards the end. And here's Pirlo.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
And it's Van Basten. Has a look and plays it forward. 5 minutes left on the clock. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Raul. He's cut it out. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, it's Van Basten. Pirlo. Messi charging forward, the ball at his feet. Koeman kept his eye on it, and he's there. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Looking for options for movement. It's played through for him. Pass somewhat off target. And that will be it. Botafogo have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos que levem todo o lixo até as lixeiras posicionadas ao lado dos...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started. Well, terms like genius and legend are often overused in football, but there is very little doubt that they do apply to this fella, the great Ronaldinho.
One of the best there's ever been, Peter, and always with a smile.
He was born with a football at his feet. And the shot's on here. And they're back on the ball again. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. Cleared without hesitation. Foot in. Nedved. Great chance! And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Looking to play him in. Leicester gets over and intercepts. Bergomi. That's Rijkaard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Threads one in. Picked out brilliantly. Nedved showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Cannavaro. Nicely weighted ball. Cruyff. Oh, well measured. Pelé is on his own. Shoots! Oh, taken with style. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and the analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
BOTAFOGO grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
He's picked his way through. And it's hit the woodwork and out. And it's Rijkaard.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Ball is over the line. Backward it goes. He's going for goal! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Pirlo. Now, can they get him away? Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a...
Luis Suarez! Goal! Boca Juniors! And they get themselves in front! So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Pelé, and he's lost his man here. Oh, they could be caught out here. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Swung over, and it's Dembele. Ronaldinho. Now it's Luis Suarez. Ronaldinho. And this is Luis Suarez. Cruyff tries to play it through, and he welcomes it in. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Pelé. Now it's Cruyff. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Good strike, quite an alarm. BOTAFOGO with the corner, there first. Boca Juniors have the chance to go the other way. Ronaldinho. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Bellingham. Looking for the run, and he's picked out the run. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Roberto Carlos. Cruyff. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Pelé, it's Pelé! No mistake! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Not a manager, I think. It's all happening.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So all... Nedved! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Nedved actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
This possibly the last play of the half. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Botafogo are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. And we are already promptly back underway. And here's Ronaldinho. Stoichkov. Nesta. And this is Luis Suarez. Looking for options for movement. Suarez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Played back in. Cruyff looking to be a menace in the final third. He's through, now is he in? Bellingham couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Now it's Pelé, aimed beyond the defence. That has been cut short. Boca Juniors are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least. because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
It's a throw-in. Roberto Carlos. Cruyff looking to get on the end of this. Nedved. Rijkaard. And he's there to retrieve it. Pele. And the shot! Goal! BOTAFOGO! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Yeah, tempted and teased the keeper into thinking he could get to it, but it just eased away to catch the inside of the post.
BOTAFOGO go into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And this is Luis Suarez.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Ambitious ball here. Oh, Red, nice interception. Rijkaard was in no mood for any of that. Now it's Nedved. Luis Suarez. And he's away. Decent chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Teremos uma substituição.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Surely now! Decent enough try. Engages and forces him off the ball. Bonucci is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's Bellingham. Just about up to 75 minutes. Van Basten. Now it's Rodri. Rodri unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he cuts out the supply.
BOTAFOGO surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
To square things up. Back in business. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
This is quite a battle.
Boca Juniors really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to...
He's had a shot! Goal! Boca Juniors! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Boca Juniors get themselves into the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Zico concedes a free kick for that. Cruyff. Strong running down that left flank. He is through here. Takes aim and crosses. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
BOTAFOGO really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Rijkaard. And it's Rodri. Oh, it's Van Basten. Oh, it's Van Basten! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Boca Juniors have their third corner. He's having a shot! A real chance and a real let-off. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. He's shifting through the gears here. Chance! The whistle has gone, and it is all over. BOTAFOGO did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area, but the centre of their defence looked open and very, very unsafe.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos sua colaboração com o nosso programa beneficente, Chance no Futebol.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Pepe may well need to be at his best. There's a power about his game, thanks to very decent pace for a big man, and he doesn't lose out much in the air either. He could prove to be a very reliable presence here.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Hazard gets into a good position. Yep, it's a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Pele. Tries to play it through. That is good alertness. Great vision. Chips it through. Thuram kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. Not the most convincing of passes. Over to the left. It's a ball kick. He's picked his way through. Pelé. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Now it's Puskas. Pelé. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And he welcomes it in. Can he finish? Goal! BOTAFOGO! First blood drawn. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Camisa 9.
Norway finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And this is Hullet. Nedved. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
They get a throw in. That's a dangerous ball. Puskas can so cleverly bypass the press. Norway upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Ferdinand aims beyond the defence. It's played through for him. Oh, smashing header! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Kupchu. Pelé. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Puskas picks it up out wide. Now, oh, what has happened here? Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Takes a shot. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Pelé receives it in a good position here. Hullet. Nicely spread. Nedved providing an outlet on that flank. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Can he get on the end of this? And the shot's on here. Big chance! Oh, it's hit the post. BOTAFOGO just about within shooting range. Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Azar. Pele. Now it's Pele. Looking for options for movement. Chance, surely! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And now a sudden chance to counter. The most accurate pass. Now there's a... And the finish! And it's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
There's a no-nonsense tackle. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Ferdinand cuts out the pass. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, nicely intercepted. Kukcu.
That's going in strongly.
And that is a little undercooked. And it's half-time here. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. So we're into the second 45.
BOTAFOGO are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Kukcu is the team's great visionary. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Puskas. Costa Curta. Oh, super find. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Cruyff quietly revving up. And he was quick to react. Now it's Hullet. Cruyff. Kukcu looking for a runner. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. No, he is not giving anything away. Threads one in. Pele gets his head on it! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Now it's Totti. Tries to pass it through. This great chance! Roberto Carlos. Back in possession and ready to go again. Norway appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Beckenbauer. And it's Roberto Carlos. That's a shade optimistic. Totti. Puskas. Turan. Played out to the left flank. Kukçu. Now it's Pele. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Ferdinand. Hullet. Totti. Now it's Totti. He's found a way through. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Kukçu. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Totti. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now who's going to be first to this? Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Chance for a shot! Brilliant from Pele! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Norway are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Substituição em andamento.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Norway take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Now it's Platini. Pele takes a shot! Superb from Pele! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And surely that does it. Perfect time, decisive strike.
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Oh, he's been caught. Chance! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, it's fallen loose again. Really well taken goal. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
We have got us. There's the shot! Oh, taken with style. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And Cruyff! And again! Oh, should have put that away.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
Now it's Pele. Cross needs to be good. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here. Norway have the chance to go the other way. Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Cruyff. Ferdinand does well to get it back. Vieira. And this is Hullet. Now it's Yamal. Yamal tries making a foray down the right. Yamal proves... Up he goes! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. It's a searching pass. Platini. That is ended up in no man's land. Platini. Hazard. Looking to play him in. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Cruyff. And that is that. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Pelé. Looks to the other side. Bale looks to get on the end of this. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Nicely weighted ball. Threads one in. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Neither side especially adventurous early on.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders.
Terrific header! And that's definitely not his best. Puskás. Serginho. Now it's Pelé. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chooses to go cross-field. That is ended up in no man's land. And he was quick to react. Davids is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. That looks a good ball through. That's a corner kick. BOTAFOGO with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, good-looking ball. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. BOTAFOGO, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Cruyff, looking to be a menace in the final third. Plays it out wide. Oh, he's found support out wide. Dixon. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Serginho. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rijkaard. Now it's Puskás. Oh, that's well spotted. Dixon. Rijkaard. Bale. Tries to play it through. Roberto Carlos gets into a good position.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
And no, that was never going to make it. Roberto Carlos looking for the run. Bale. Roberto Carlos. Puskás. Now Cruyff. Rijkaard. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Roberto Carlos. And it's Bale. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Engages and forces him. Cruyff! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Oh, can he get onto this? Davids. Can he get it through? Can he get onto this? He's in plenty of space here. Big header! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Probing pass. For a moment you felt that was good. Could be danger here. He's picked his way through. Can he finish? It's there!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now.
Well, there was to be no other outcome.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And the first 45 minutes are up. That is certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
There's plenty of positives to take, despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
BOTAFOGO head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
There's the crossfield ball. And he cuts out the supply. Cruyff. And it's Serginho. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Dixon.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Cruyff goes steaming forward. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Still just a single goal between the sides. Bale. Oh, really cute, what a lovely series of passes. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Pele conjures time and space where few can. Now that's a lovely exchange. And it's played in.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
He's on it, can he get away? Chance! Oh, taken with style! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
BOTAFOGO are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
That'll be a throw-in. Carvajal. Oh, terrible pass. He has found a way through. Keeper's dealt with that. Serginho. Pele proves just a little bit too strong. Great vision. Pass is just off target.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Over to the left. Roberto Carlos. And they win it back again. Cruyff. Now, can they get him away? And there's green grass ahead of... Can he pull it off? Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. A case now of complete control. Looking to play him in. Gets into some space. In towards the back stick. That's a decent clearance. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. And this is Roberto Carlos. It's a mighty effort! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Senhoras e senhores, só é permitido beber nas áreas indicadas no mapa. Agradecemos a colaboração.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against BOTAFOGO.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then. Well, this formation was traditionally considered a bit defensive, but now very much back in vogue due to some pretty well-known proponents, Jim.
Yeah, the 3-5-2 has been used by some of the biggest and most successful teams around, Peter. You know, one of its key strengths is the fact that it's well suited to playing out from the back. And I think you'd have to...
Goes for the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Oh, smashing header! Decent enough try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Jim, what do you think when you see Beckham?
Where do I start? Winner, hard worker, great footballing brain, set-piece expert, magic right foot, and leader.
So what is he most of all?
Well, from the list previously mentioned, winner.
Settle for that. Darren Fletcher, out to the left it goes. Played back in. Fletcher. Beckenbauer. Passes short and sharp. Played into space out wide.
Oh, how that cross.
It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Has a shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Van Nistelrooy chasing after it. Bergomi promptly onto that, and that is that. Darren Fletcher. Played out towards the right wing. Beckham in acres of space out wide. Beckham, the regular corner taker. Beckham goes short. There's the delivery. Up he goes! Another fruitless header.
Manchester United really need to convert one of these chances now. This service is good, but the finishing is pretty wasteful. BOTAFOGO really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, good spread. Beckham. He has found the way through. And the finish! Beckham is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Scholes. Darren Fletcher. And it's Roberto Carlos. Look at the space. Goes for a shot! He's scored! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment. He gets big. Hits it again, but still no joy.
Yeah, nothing overly wrong with the way the ball's been played in. They just need to make it count.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Well, that looks a decent ball. That'll be a corner. And he's there to clear it. Not the most convincing of passes. And Cruyff! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Crosses it in. And he was alert to it. He's having a hit! And that has skimmed the post.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
That's headed upfield. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Nicely weighted ball. And it's Scholes. Fletcher! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And he was quick to react. Puskas. Bergomi, definite foul there. Pele, driving on and making good progress. Beckenbauer demonstrating his defensive quality there. Cruyff. Beckham. And Scholes. Beckenbauer. Roberto Carlos. Pirlo. Kukçu. Scholes. There he goes, motoring forward. Cruyff.
2 added minutes
Cruyff
has been indicated.
steaming forward. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. And Puskás! No, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Puskás really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Ferdinand attempts a clearance. And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? So, third corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Cross flung in towards the middle. And that's the keeper's ball. And there's the end of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Chance in football. Substitution for Manchester United. Number 10.
BOTAFOGO get the ball rolling for the second period.
Fletcher. Coming on the field. Number 11. Ibrahimovic. Number 26. Kagawa.
Oh, he's bustling through here.
Pretty robust defending.
Nice bit of trickery. That is good alertness. Kagawa. And he skips past his man. Cruyff. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, there is a look that says it. He's gone for goal. Good hit, kept the keeper honest. Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short. Flings it. Oh, what a... Oh, crossbar! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
That's been cut out, well played. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Great vision. Puskás is wide and looking to get onto this. Thuram. Beckham. Scholes. Kagawa. Koeman kept his eye on it, and he's there. BOTAFOGO looking to pass their way through. Oh, this is a... And a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Driven forward. Koeman makes the interception. Shifted it to the flank. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Scholes. Beckenbauer chips it through. Chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Manchester United needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Passing nice and neat. Swings in across. Defending of the desperate variety. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now it's Cruyff. That ball looks a good one. And this is Pele! Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Ferdinand has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm he is therefore off.
Substitution for Manchester United.
So,
Number
time for
7,
changes on both sides, actually.
Number 77, Beckham. Coming on the field, number 4.
There's the crossfield ball.
Nesta. Number 8, Rooney.
Oh, easy pickings there.
Substitution.
Vinicius Junior. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, there's a probing ball. BOTAFOGO perhaps contemplating their next change here. Koeman spots it and intercepts. Now it's Raul. Now it's Pele. Oh, just skips past his man. Always onto this. Nesta. And he goes cross-field.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Threads one in. Roberto Carlos. Lovely feet. Looking to go deep. And he's cut it out.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Thuram gets across to intercept that. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now it's Raul. It's a pretty loose pass. And back to the keeper.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Spread it left. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Pirlo. And the pass is intercepted. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Pirlo looking to run onto it.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
They get a throw in. Rooney picks it up out wide. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
2 minutes to be added on. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Roberto Carlos. Beckenbauer. Oh, he's found support out wide. Rooney receives it in a wide position. Rooney! That was probably asking just too much. And that will be the final act. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. Rijkaard making another milestone appearance here. It is game number 400, Jim Beglin.
Oh, what a feat, Peter. This really does speak volumes about how much he dedicates himself and keeps himself in top condition for everyone.
Just the goalkeeper to beat. Thuram. Bale. Schneider. Now it's Bale. Pirlo. And it's Gerrard. And it's made its way to him. It's Drogba! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Oh, what a climb! Incoming. Mbappe! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Now it's Bale. Bale! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Referee's given a throw. Maldini. Now, can they get him away? Can he get onto this? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's Bale. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
That has not gone well. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Lovely ball and a real chance now. They've got a corner here. Pirlo standing over it. And he gets rid in a hurry. He's having a go! And he has kept it out somehow.
Carlos really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And here's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That ball looks a good one. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Has a look and plays it forward. And that's gone loose. And this is Gerrard. It's Schneider! And he's heaved it away. Cannavaro. Serginho did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Now it's Drogba. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. And here's Drogba. Schneider. Bale. And he's being shifted off it.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Cruyff looking to run onto it.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He's found some space. Schneider. Zabani does well to get it back. Gerrard. Good running, strong and purposeful. And this is Bale. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Now that looks a decent ball. Not the most accurate pass. Serginho. And this is Pele. Now it's Puskás. It's played through for him. Now can he find... Oh, shooting chance! Goal!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal time.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will stick.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
BOTAFOGO have fired themselves in front.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And it's Schneider. And here's Mbappe. And here's Drogba. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rijkaard cuts it out. And that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
OK, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
BOTAFOGO have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And we are back underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. And this is Cruyff. It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. BOTAFOGO presented with a golden opportunity here. Czech will have to save it here, or there's real trouble. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
BOTAFOGO are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Roberto Carlos. And he's had it nicked away. Seedorf. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. This looks promising. And he's got... And the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Pele.
BOTAFOGO are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Maldini. Now it's Bale. Has a shot! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
And it's Gerrard. Now it's Drogba. Is there any support? He might not. And the finish! And he hits the net. Just 1 in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reach. Oh, what has happened here? He's been taken out. Could that be a penalty? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. The referee's come over. It's a red card. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
He really...
Teremos uma substituição.
It's their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Puskás, and this is Puskás. BOTAFOGO suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty perhaps, and they can't drift into a carelessness or this could get away from them.
He's got away. Czech breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Schneider. Schneider. Now it's Bale. Bale proves just a little bit too strong. And he's in on goal. Big chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Sorloth actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
So, third corner of the game. And he's had a hit! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Koeman is there, and he can get that clear. And it's Maldini. Pirlo. Just about up to 75 minutes. Thuram. So, what can they make of this?
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Bale, he's shifting through the gears here, and it's played in here. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now there's a fine ball. Maldini. Schneider. Oh, super find. Sorlot! And the lead stays intact, just.
Sorlot was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Rashford! Should have equalised.
Oh, I think you could really feel his pain there. He was convinced he'd put his side level.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. And here's Bale. Bale will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Corner count is rising. That's 6. Rijkaard can get it clear. Pings it across.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now? They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Schneider. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. And he's away. He's through and all alone. Just about within shooting range. And the goalkeeper watches it past. Turan. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Schneider. Cannavaro. Passing is crisp and sharp. That's a shade optimistic. And that's been won straight back. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Khan voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Your final thoughts, Jim?
BOTAFOGO clearly came into this match with a good game plan, one designed to capitalise on an obvious weakness. They'd identified that and never really let go.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos que permaneçam sentados durante a partida. Agradecemos sua...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then. Oliver Kahn, a huge man with a huge presence and a big voice in the game.
And big in intensity too, such a fierce competitor. Put a foot wrong and he'll be sure to let you know about it.
Well, he just commands respect, doesn't he? Respect of everyone, teammate and opponent alike.
Yeah, and he'll be setting the highest of standards out there and he expects them to be met. No rest for that defence.
Just about within shooting range. An early chance there, first of the game.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Knocks it into space. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Yamal, Beckenbauer deals with that comfortably. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Dani Olmo in acres of space out wide. And that's definitely not his best. Ferran Torres. That's going to go a long way. Threads one in. De Jong. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And no surprise, that's a booking. Yamal. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. And it's Olmo. Kukçu. Now it's Puskás. Passing is crisp and sharp. Pinches it off him. Well, that is one way to stop him. Driving forward. It's Pirlo! Tremendous from Pirlo! He's got himself an absolute peach. It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
That is lovely. Just eases him off the ball. De Jong. This might... Great chance! And he's straight offside.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Nicely spread. Cruyff looking to be a menace in the final third. And here's Ferran Torres. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Pass is just off target. That's an imaginative pass. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Pedri. And here's Ferran Torres. Played out to the right. He's in a great position here. It's a mighty effort! He has done it! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Pedri. Oh, this is a very good run. Ferran Torres was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Dani Olmo. Distributed tidily. Yamal elects to cross. Rijkaard can get it clear.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there. Roberto Carlos. Kukçu. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a pretty loose pass. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
Se ruega a su madre que acuda a recogerlo a la puerta 21.
So once again, we're underway. Now that's well seen too. But that has not gone well. Some good work on the right flank here. And this is Pirlo. Pirlo's cross. Yamal. Now it's Ferran Torres. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's well spotted. And this is Pele. Dani Olmo. Spread it left. Tries to play it through. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Pedri. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Roberto Carlos. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, what a climb! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Araujo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now this could be a chance. Nicked it back promptly. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Now it's Rashford. Kupchu. Cruyff. Puskás. It's played through for him. Well timed, excellent interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
No, it's come to nothing. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
BOTAFOGO clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He's picked his way through. Tries to pass it through.
Pele really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Not the most accurate pass. Shifted it to the flank, and they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Balde. Great vision, good ball, good take.
BOTAFOGO really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And it's Pirlo. Balde calmly anticipates. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Puskás! And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Aimed beyond the defence. He's on it, can he get away? Swings in, gets his head on it! Oh, it rattles the bar! And that's a real chance missed.
Rashford fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Roberto Carlos cuts it out. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And this is Pele, and he shoots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
El dorsal 15. El dorsal 2.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
El dorsal 24. El dorsal 6.
And he's in on goal! Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now, can they get him away? Gavi.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Pirlo. Kukçu. Now it's Pele. Christensen promptly onto that, and that is that. And this is Pele! Oh, Red, nice interception. And that is as far as it goes. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Pirlo picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
BOTAFOGO can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.